Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganatadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamashalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namah. Nityanandam. Yes, actually I just wanted to make a quick video about the click that I just had about Tantrum for a child. Basically, give a little background what was happening with me. Like, I would allow myself to be in a great space, but then the moment verbalization comes, be it internal or external, it would be I would start losing space. The space that I have, and it would be like this, and different emotions like fear, like something like that was happening inside me, like this, and I could not express from the space I wanted to. It was very rare moments. So the click I just had now is that, like I said in the previous videos, there is a logic and there is heart. A tantrum throwing child which has 70% of you is in your heart, in your emotions. Who always says, whatever your father says is no. You always says no to it, no to life. Like that kind of guy is there. So I was able to see that the moment I share something from this space of oneness, the logic kicks in first, and then the tantrum throwing child is holding to that logic because he's afraid, and then the moment you give in to that, he pulls the whole thing down, and then you're like, and then you blank. Actually, every time you blank is nothing but your logic kicks in and your tantrum throwing child becomes afraid. He's simply afraid. He's afraid to go, to heal. He's just, logic is security for him. He holds on it and like just hangs. And when something is not right for him, he simply like throw his tantrum and pull your whole space down. So this is like the huge click I had, where it got different, like the distance was created between my logic, my tantrum from child, and the me. So this is what I wanted to share. Hope it gives the clicks for you. Thank you.
Yes. So to do a recap of today's satsang, so Swamiji was saying that 70% of our mind is a tantrum throwing child, and the other 30% is our logic, and they're always intermingling, that none of them are necessarily right. Either they could actually both be wrong at the same time. So what would you like to add?
Did he mention like what was right?
Yes, actually.
It was. I just assumed it was a gut. The depth.
As I shared in previous video, for me it was very clear. Like, you should not listen to your mind, you should not listen to your emotions, you should listen to your guru. For me it was like a download. It was super clear for me.
And how do you connect with your guru?
Like, what are you even asking, bro? This guy. Ma. Yes, so what is he even saying? I'm thinking, because you manifest powers all the time, and the only way how to manifest powers, if you're connected with Swamiji and you manifest powers, is like, how do you connect to Swamiji? Yes, how do you connect to Swamiji? First thing, it's better always to get better initiated. You can do it online, you can attend free Kalpataru program, and actually the biggest initiation of the year will be happening on Mahasada Shivratri on the night from 13th and 14th of February. Swamiji will be giving free online discourse and free global third eye awakening, and with alignment of the stars in the whole cosmos, it is a very conducive atmosphere to have a breakthrough. On this day, Devi became enlightened and attained oneness with Sadashiva. And your powers is Devi only, is Shakti. So we're taking this opportunity, inviting you to this amazing amazing happening. And then after that, you even now you can, but it's always better to get initiated. You feel connection with Swamiji, you just remember him. You remember his form, whichever form you resonate, like his smile or maybe some incident that happened between you and him, and you remember him on your third eye, and that will just simply put you in this space and state of bliss. So that is the whole. There's not a huge that's the whole science of power manifestation. You simply, because he's in oneness with the whole cosmos. By remembering him on your third eye, you become one with the whole cosmos, and then all the powers of Mahasadashi will become available to you. So this is...
Yes, actually, and I'd like to add, after being initiated in Inner Awakening this July by Paramahamsa NITHYANANDAM, basically any question that I have or any doubt, I could simply just ask the question in my third eye, and I can see Swamiji answer with a yes or a no, or sometimes he'll say like hurry up or something. And these answers sometimes go against the inner child or the tantrum throwing child, or sometimes they go directly with him. It's like please say yes, please say yes. Like sometimes I'm even afraid to ask because
you beg him
I'm afraid of the. It's like, should I go to sleep right now? It's like please don't tell me no. And then so I ask, and the answer comes like, no, don't go to sleep. Sometimes it's like, oh, I really want to go to sleep. And sometimes it's even like, yes, now is the correct time to go to sleep. So the answer comes, yeah, so the inner child or the tantrum throwing child could be correct or not. The purpose is to align the inner child and your mind.
Yes, the purpose, what I'd say, is just be integrated to your guru. Because when you integrate it to the guru, your inner... I actually was thinking about this today. Your inner child gets healed. And whether you... because some techniques, like I think some of the techniques, you become that child again. And then you to heal because you've been joyful in that state. Some techniques, you go beyond him and manifest powers, which is the fastest way, obviously, which Swamiji is giving us and blessing us with. So that, anyhow, this guy just simply gets healed. And the third eye, what I would suggest, I would not ask Swamiji for, okay, you shall go to bed, and then in the inner space be saying, please say no, please say yes, please say yes. Then he will say yes. He will never go against your will. You will say tatastu to everything you want.
You have to come from an unplugged state, and when you come from an unplugged state, he will tell you what he needs to tell you.
Yeah, definitely. Just
a lot of the times I'm afraid to, like, should I ask this person now for something? And then I'm afraid of doing it. The inner voice or I see the Swamiji saying yes, do it now.
Yes.
And even though it goes against what
I can truly relate. I can truly relate to that because I've had this stage for some time, which you are going through, definitely. And from my experience, I can say just do it. The more you say yes to life, the faster he can work on you and raise you to a different level.
Yeah. And the thing is that sometimes I'm afraid to do something, and then I ask if I should do it, and it says like, no, now is not the correct time. It's kind of a relief at that time. Like, okay,
it's a consolation.
That's good. Yeah.
It is just if you maybe it will help if you watch yesterday's satsang one more time about ferociousness. See, if you really want to have a breakthrough, you should be ferocious with yourself. But sometimes you see, if you're not gonna do it anyway, if he says you yes, it might create a crack in your relationship. He will console you and say yes, go to bed. It's a consolation. You really need to move to the next level by becoming ferocious. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay. Well, you have anything to add?
I keep on hearing the word ferocious, and I'm just thinking like, okay, well, persistent. I actually don't know what he means.
What ferocious?
Like, I just like continue to just like power through whatever.
Yes, that is good. That is one way of ferociousness, but also ferociousness, it's like what you tell is more will persistence. Ferociousness is really like high intensity decision of breaking your old patterns. It's like you have anger, right? But anger is incompletion. Ferociousness is like intense fury, but from the complete space against your patterns, pro-life decisions. That's how I understand and I cognize ferociousness. It is a huge power to break through anything. And what my experience, if you be ferocious even with others from the right space, where ferociousness has to come from a space, it will only do good for another person, and you'll never feel frightened or angry or hurt. Ferociousness is literally a highest conscious energy directed to the pattern in order to break it and raise you to the next level. It shakes your whole inner system, your whole nervous system, and helps you wake up from something, somewhere you're stuck.
It also gives you will persistence.
And then you use your will persistence with ferociousness, yes. Because if you just become ferocious for one minute and then you decide to be lazy and like die in your bed, that's not gonna help. So definitely ferociousness with ferociously will persist. Like that is the message what is coming through.
Oh, persistently ferocious.
Whichever way, be ferocious forever until you're enlightened, and will persist with that ferociousness. That is the message downloading right now. Let it have a click in you and impact you in the best possible way. Oh yes, and I want to complete with you. There's Mai. She did not realize that we were making the video, and she was like so eager to make a video. She thought we were just sitting and chilling out here. So I complete with you for that. And yes, hope I'll see you in the next videos. And we'll complete with the Purna mantra. And let's do the proper version of the that one. Proper. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Satguru Paduka Namastu. Om Nitya